everyone, and welcome back to my Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction recordings. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lachey, and I do Miraculous Ladybug fanfiction recordings. So, this is my new fanfiction, Princess Justice. Huge thank you to Dynamic Animatic for letting me use their picture as my thumbnail. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Adrian aggressed. Adrian walked up the school steps, rubbing his eyes. He and Ladybug had been up late fighting another Akuma, and therefore hadn't gotten much sleep. He walked through the gate to the courtyard and froze. Marinette was sitting in the corner, knees drawn up to her chest. Her shoulders were shaking, and her head was buried in her arms. Adrian assumed she was crying. He crossed the courtyard to her side. "Marinette, what's wrong?" She looked up, eyes red. "It's Lila. She came to the bakery today and claimed she'd gotten sick from our pastries. Several others came in and claimed the same. The police investigated and found our flour supply full of laxative. They said to shut down the bakery, and they're bringing my parents to court. No one believes me that it was Lila, even though they know my parents are very methodical about making sure our ingredients are fresh and clean." Adrian drew back in shock. "We need to end this, once and for all." Marinette's eyes filled with joy. "You'll help me? Thank you, Adrian. She'd said she'd take you like she took my friends, but I knew you were on my side." Adrian gaped. "She threatened you?" Marinette nodded. "It's horrible. She has a school wrapped around her little finger. She could probably get the mayor on board if she needed to." Adrian narrowed his eyes. "This needs to stop now. She's gone too far." "But how, Adrian? How will we get the people to believe us?" "We'll post on social media, on the internet. I'll have my dad get a lawyer. He can be very influential when he needs to be. We'll save your bakery." Adrian wrapped his arms around Marinette. A haughty laugh sounded behind them. "Very touching. But how will you stop me without support from your friends? And last I checked, the only way to do that is with a phone." "Lila." The pair whipped around. Lila stood behind them, with a proud smirk on her face. In her hand sat Marinette's phone. "You took my phone?" Marinette shrieked. Lila laughed. "Of course. I can't have you blabbing this all over social media. What's the password?" Marinette scoffed. "Like heck I'll tell you the password." Lila sighed. "Relax, I just want to delete some contacts and delete your social media platforms. If not, we'll have an unfortunate accident." She held the phone by her fingertips. "No!" Marinette reached out. "Don't drop it. Here's the password." Adrian stared in shock as Marinette told Lila the password. Lila tapped the screen a few times and held out the phone to Marinette. As Marinette reached out for it, Lila dropped the phone. It hit the floor and shattered. "No!" Marinette fell to her knees, picking up the remains of her phone. She began to sob. Lila cackled. "Oops, clumsy me." She swished away. Adrian knelt down next to his friend as she sobbed. Marinette didn't deserve this. She was nice and amazing, the everyday ladybug. Why was she the one who was put through this? Neither Adrian or Marinette noticed an Akuma fly by and absorb into the latter's phone. Adrian felt Marinette stiffen. He turned to her and gaped in horror. A purple butterfly mask was spread across her face, and she had her hands to her ears. No, not Marinette. She was the Rock, the sole person who had not yet been akumatized. "Marinette!" Adrian cried. "You can fight this. You're the strongest person I know." Marinette looked at him through the mask. No, no," she muttered, hands clenched tight around her ears. "No, I can't. I won't." All Adrian could do was sit there wide-eyed. He had never seen someone be akumatized before. It was such a strange experience. Come on, Marinette. Come on, Marinette." Adrian grabbed her wrist. Her eyes filled with tears. I'm sorry, Adrian. She placed something in his open palm. She folded his fingers around it, and her body relaxed. The purple glow spread over her body. Marinette! Adrian backed away and then ducked into a nearby classroom. Plag, we need to find Ladybug and save Marinette. Plag looked up at him, eyes wide and sad. Have you looked at what she gave you yet? Adrian glanced down and slowly opened his palm. His eyes widened. No. 2 red, spotted earrings sat in his palm. Ladybug isn't coming, kid. The earrings glowed, and Tiki flew out. Oh, Adrian, I'm so sorry, Tiki murmured, rubbing her eyes. So, what do I do? Find a new ladybug? Adrian stared at the miraculous in his palm. Tiki shook her head. No, that'll raise too much suspicion. You have to do this without her. Without a lucky charm. Without a magic cure. Adrian gaped. No magic cure? Tiki shook her head slowly. No magic cure. But how do I defeat her? Adrian asked. We'll take you to her house in the miracle box. Then you can gather allies. You're going to need all the help you can get. Tiki placed her hands on Adrian's. I believe in you, Cat Noir. Plag nodded. Me too. Adrian felt his eyes getting misty. Thank you. After a long silence, he felt determination grow inside of him. Let's go. Claws out. I hope you enjoyed that episode. I will hopefully be posting episode 2 either sometime this week or next week, depending on where I am with Star Crossed Soulmates. So, keep your eyes open, and I will see you all next time.